Skyride Studios presents Oblivion Girl, Episode 2, King Without a Crown. I don't remember a lot from my childhood, mostly because I don't care about living in the past. What I do recall, however, was my brother, Eden. Being the youngest of two, I've always wondered why my parents had more than one kid. Well, if I'd stick around long enough to find out. The walls of our tiny apartment were literally stained with blood, sweat, and tears. They resembled a Jackson Pollock painting, only we'd never get paid millions for our masterpiece.
What are you doing?
Running away. I can't stand to stay in this house for another minute. Please, Eden, please come with...
Oh, no, you don't! You're already dead to me. You're not taking your brother down with you. Get the fuck out of my house.
Ugh, I hate you.
I was given no choice but to leave without him. I became a street kid, sleeping in alleys and begging for food. You know, normal childhood stuff. That was when the big one hit. It came without warning, like mega earthquakes usually do. I looked up just in time to see debris falling from a neighbouring building as it enveloped my body. The only difference for me was that I survived, unlike everyone else. The large cinder block wall that saved my life had cracked support beams. It was these that protected me from the sharp rebar that stopped only inches from my head. Crawling out of the rubble was like being reborn all over again, only this time there was no one there to greet me.
Hello? Is anyone there? Hello?
But only the eerie sound of silence replied. The city crumbled into ruins. Dust lingered in the air for weeks, a haunting reminder of Mother Nature's devastating power. People waited for days for help to arrive before vanishing with the rest.
Is someone there? Please, help me.
I made my way back to what remained of my parents' apartment. I hoped to find Eden hiding under some sort of shelter, but after a few hours of digging, all I found were my parents' remains. Once news reached the nearby cities, it didn't take long for the rumors to start.
Look, it's her! Oblivion Girl! Destroyer of cities! Don't let the Angel of Death into your town unless you want to suffer the same fate!
Oblivion Girl. I liked it. Just repulsive enough to match my personality. The rumors followed me like gum stuck to the bottom of my shoe, clinging to everything. Just muttering the names sent armies running for their lives, because the only thing that travels faster than light is gossip. With the bad came the good. Bounty hunters, gunslingers, mafia drug lords, and even psychopathic hobos wouldn't come within 100 feet of me. Hard to believe that was only 2 years ago. I guess time flies when you're obliterating cities. I like to think I grew into my new name the way a boy grows into a man. But let's face it, I was born with that name tattooed onto my soul. The irony was, I didn't just like my new life, I loved it. That's when I discovered the bounty hunting racket. When I found out that people would pay me to trade humans for cash, I just couldn't say no.
Oh, crap.
What a wonderful line of work! I found the cardinal rule of fashion had transitioned directly over to bounty hunting. Accessorize, accessorize, accessorize. Guns, flamethrowers, slingshots, anything and everything I could get my hands on, and more. I needed it all, until the day I found my ultimate accessory. Atticus. When we met, he was working a dead-end job that he hated more than his overpriced apartment.
Once you're done with the animal shit, you can start with the human.
Sure thing, boss.
Booze allowed him to open up, but also made him extremely violent.
Oof. Oh, sorry about that. I'll go buy you another.
Come here, you big dumb son of a bitch.
One night in a bar, I witnessed that destruction firsthand. I'm not talking about the kind of violence where you bruise someone's cheek and then complain about your broken hand for a month. I'm talking about the kind where you rip the arm off your opponent and beat him to death with it. Then, when they finally croak, you pee on them to make sure they're not playing dead. The whole time I watched him, he never seemed mad or happy, just sheer boredom. I felt like a window shopper at Tiffany's. I just had to have him. The challenge was how to force him to become my everlasting sidekick after I just watched him pee on his adversary. So, I left it up to Lady Luck.
So you're saying if you win, I have to become your sidekick for how long?
Forever.
Right. Okay. And if I win?
If you win, then you don't get kicked in the nuts. His body started slowly swaying back and forth as the alcohol took effect.
Right. Obviously.
He set the deck of cards on the table.
You want to go first? Or should I?
I will. I cut the cards and showed Atticus.
3 of diamonds. Not gonna be hard to beat that.
I placed the cards back in the deck and shuffled for him.
Well, lady, I don't know who you are or why we're playing this dumb fucking game, but guess who's not getting kicked in the nuts tonight?
He got used to the idea of being a sidekick after the first few months. Those were the hardest for him.
My hands are full of blisters.
I was just happy I didn't have to lug around all those heavy guns anymore. They were taking a toll on my back.
My back.
Better yet, Atticus was an introvert. I had to bribe him with food just to get him to talk. He never asked about my past, and I didn't care enough about him to bother. It worked out perfectly. Oblivion Girl +1. Great. Now we can use the carpool. Then, late last year, we added Kial to our ever-growing posse.
I don't want to be part of your crew.
You'll do it and like it.
Ouch! That hurts. A little help here?
If she asks, don't play the card game.
Who are you people?
The kid had brains, and if I was going to survive, I'd need every last brain cell I could get. It took a while to find out his parents had passed away when he was 10. The only thing they left him with was the building we were in. He used the downstairs as his office, and the upstairs, if you could get through to it, was a maze of supercomputers linked up to one another. The space between the machines was just small enough to let Kial crawl through.
I think I'm stuck.
Once he was on board, he turned the building into a one-stop shop for bounty hunters.
Hey, how's it going? Hey, welcome back. Hey, you again, huh?
It became his job to find and book clients, while Atticus and I hunted them down. Freelance bounty hunters for hire. And we didn't even ask for healthcare. Together, the 3 of us kicked ass, and I'm thankful to have both. You'll just never hear me tell them that. Like they deserve the satisfaction. I lay on the couch and stared up at the ceiling fan. I watched as it spun at high speed in our humidity-soaked room. Kial had his head down against his desk. Atticus lay motionless on the floor, daring not to move an inch. It's so hot! Just saying it out loud made my body temperature rise 10 degrees.
I feel like I'm on the surface of the sun.
His thick trench coat still wrapped around his body. An idiot through and through.
It's like the heat evaporated all of the energy out of my body.
Doesn't help that your place has ventilation like a tin can.
If you don't like it, get out.
But it's even hotter outside.
Huh?
You've got mail.
Looks like we have a new job.
Isn't today our day off?
Yup. First day in 2 weeks.
Okay, I'll let Lumina know you don't want the job.
Lumina? The city near the ocean?
Ocean? Just the thought of going to the beach sent cool, refreshing air rippling down my body.
Yeah, near the Gulf of Valius.
My mind whisked away to ice cream, snow cones, and slushies. I didn't care what the job was. We were doing it. I rolled off the couch and fell on top of Atticus. Let's do it!
Hold on. We don't even know what the job is yet.
According to this, the bounty hunter trio known as CETO have agreed to collect a bounty on a guy named Father ATEDOR. Apparently, he's lived in Lumina for the past few years after he used the church to smuggle illegal contraband to foreign countries. The CETO gang have already captured ATEDOR and are leaving the Holy City the day after tomorrow. Our client wants us to intercept ATEDOR and hand him over at a church not too far from there.
Holy City?
The Holy City.
I had to confess, holy cities were a pain in my arse. They didn't allow weapons, so we'd have to smuggle them inside our baggage or pay off the police. Lucky for us, Lumina police are too passively moral to check a pile of bras and panties for AKs and M16s. Well, hurry up and buy us some boat tickets. Time is wasting. Atticus barely had time to pack before we were on a boat overlooking Lumina.
The view reminds me of Sicily photos I saw in a book once.
I'd be impressed, if I were paying attention. All my brain could think about was the ice cream. Strawberry ice cream, to be precise. Alright, see you in a bit.
Huh? Where are you going? Essa! Essa!
As if he didn't know where to find me. I also didn't want to be around when he realized I'd stuck him with all our luggage.
Huh? Oh no. She doesn't realize she left her luggage. Don't worry, boss. Leave it to me.
What? How would I hold both of my ice cream cones? Plus, this job was so simple, it'd only take a few hours at max. And that's if I did it by myself. That's why we got there a whole day ahead of schedule, so we could relax. The city was gorgeous. Buildings stacked so close together you could pour your neighbor's coffee from the balcony.
Well, thanking you kindly.
Markets overflowed with fresh food, drinks, and jewelry. Fishing boats brought fresh seafood to the docks and local restaurants. Yes, Lumina was perfect. Except for the whole hardcore religious thing. We crested the top of a hill and were hit with the smell of sea salt carried on a cool breeze. The sound of seagulls put my body in a calm, relaxing mode. The ice cream also helped. I took the room key from Atticus, who had his hands full with our luggage, and swung open the door of our room. Seashell and sand dollar ornaments, driftwood furniture, and a lush, wide balcony welcomed us inside.
I'll put your luggage on the bed.
The warmth of the sunset mixed with the cool breeze felt perfect. Atticus, come take a break and watch the sunset.
Don't mind if I do. Wow. I've never seen the sunset so colorful.
The sky turned purple and pink before the stars emerged and sparkled in the night sky.
Are you ready for dinner?
Sure. What are you cooking?
That's the best part. I'm not. We're eating out.
We walked across the street to a nearby seafood restaurant.
Oh, yum. Atticus, you have to try this fish.
Whoa.
I know, right?
Oh, tasty.
I'd eaten so much that I had trouble falling asleep that night. I tossed and turned until finally I was swept away into another weird dream. I sank down my moonlit grave to the bottom of the ocean floor. I watched the bubbles scurry up towards the surface, my feet planted firmly to the bottom of the soft, wet sand. I tried peering around, but the moonlight barely illuminated my surroundings. Something glittered below my feet. I bent down and scooped up a handful of sand. Before the dust cleared, a bright orange light descended from the surface toward me. It felt as though the sun itself had fallen into the ocean and was heading right for me. I looked down at the item in my hand, a silver bracelet with something red in the middle. The light got brighter as I shielded my eyes. Soon, the unbearable light touched my skin and encompassed me. The sunlight had shot through the gap in my curtains and was cooking me under the sheets. Go away, sun. I remembered, it wasn't just any regular morning. It was a beach city morning. I got ready as quickly as I could. After our light continental breakfast, we left the hotel and passed by a jewelry vendor on our way to the beach. I got an overwhelming urge to browse. I wouldn't normally buy anything, but then I spotted it. A silver bracelet with a strawberry red ruby in the middle, just like the one in my dream. It's practically calling my name. Can we buy it?
And by we, you mean me.
Well, duh. You're the one with all the cash.
Because you never bring any.
Special deal just today, half off.
He tied the bracelet around my wrist. I took a closer look and admired the intricate details.
Doesn't look half bad on you.
The silver bracelet sparkled like a disco ball in the sunlight. Before we knew it, our feet hit the lava-hot sand. Atticus stuck an umbrella into the ground and laid down towels.
So, what do you want to do first? Essa! Let go of my foot! Essa! Essa!
Sand ran up his shorts as his imagination ran wide with what might lurk under the ocean water. He began swimming away, but I held tight to his foot. People around us watched in terror as a petite girl attempted to playfully drown her muscular male friend. Finally, I let go, and he sped off back to the blanket, as if a shark was swimming up behind him.
You could have killed me, you know. Who knows what's in the water? Essa, are you even listening to me?
A wave crashed over me, and having laughed all the air out of my lungs, I rocketed to the surface.
That's some instant karma for you.
I couldn't remember the last time we both had so much fun together.
Hey, it's Kyle from Oblivion Girl. If you want to support independent storytelling, you can do so at Skyride Studios Patreon. Get early access to audio dramas like Oblivion Girl, exclusive behind-the-scenes content, and a limited edition Oblivion Girl giveaway. Join today at patreon.com/Skyride Studios. And now, back to the show.
Ever look at someone and felt the urge to punch them in the face? Mix that face with a chubby priest body, and you had Father ATEDOR, a sad, poor excuse for a human being, so terrified of death he'd do anything to stay alive, including selling his entire family.
No, Daddy, please. I don't want to go with these men.
Oh, my child. It is God's will.
No wonder there's a bounty out on his head. The CETO gang never knew what hit them.
What is this shit? Why am I crying?
How the fuck should I know?
There was just one problem. ATEDOR was no easy escape. His padded body didn't exactly improve his ability to hop over walls or hide behind corners. On top of it, he wouldn't shut the fuck up.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And that's when I saw him. The man I hated most in this world. JOPHIE. He had the reputation for being the sweetest, kindest, most loving human being.
Oh my.
It made me want to throw up. It was all just some big elaborate act to get people to trust him. Well, I wasn't buying it. If I had an arch nemesis, without doubt, it'd be this guy. His bleached white teeth, perfectly tan, brown skin, and annoying little jingle bell bracelet was like trying to fight off Robin Hood. Always saving those in need and giving money to the poor. Fucking brown noser. Did I mention he was also a gypsy? Priceless, right? Every time I was about to cash out a bounty, these goody two-shoes came in and stole it away.
Not so fast, Essa.
Don't worry. I already killed the person who told him my real name. What do you want, JOPHIE? If you can't tell, we're kind of in the middle of something.
I'm afraid I can't let you pass without handing over Father ATEDOR.
Like hell, I'm just going to hand him over to you. We stole him fair and square.
Well then, my dear, I guess we'll have to do the same.
JOPHIE could act nice and refined all he wanted, but he didn't hold back. While I was dancing around with Bruce Lee's half-wit cousin, Atticus faced off against JOPHIE's brother, Micah.
Hi, Micah.
Micah, like Atticus, wasn't much of a talker. His body was thin and frail-looking, but his superior mind was what set Micah apart from his brother. He could react in a fight twice as fast as his opponent. I've seen the guy dodge bullets and counteract deadly blows. Micah's skin was like porcelain, with one scar running across his cheek. The reason that scar existed was because of Atticus. A constant reminder that he was the only man Micah considered a worthy adversary. Atticus wouldn't tell me how he gave Micah the scar, as if telling me would release some sort of bad karma. Back in our world, JOPHIE and I were about to go all apocalyptic on each other. He hadn't seen my new toys yet, and I so wanted to introduce the two of them. The only problem was, I used my last smoke canister on the CETO's. All my spares were back at the hotel. That was what I got for thinking this was going to be a quick and easy job. It didn't matter anyway. Father ATEDOR spotted the CETO gang catching up to us and decided not to wait around for the touching reunion.
There's the fat bastard! Get him!
He took off like a chicken with its head cut off, down towards the harbour. All three groups had the same reaction. Catch the greased pig. We all ran after him, splitting off into our groups to hunt down the nervous breakdown of a priest. With 7 people chasing after him, ATEDOR picked up the pace. It wasn't like he was fast. The streets were just filled with shoppers, making it close to impossible to grab a hold of him.
Out of my way!
Jeez! Fuck you too!
Atticus made his way to the rooftops and tracked him from a higher viewpoint, as I hunted down below. Every few minutes, JOPHIE and Micah would cross paths in front of me, covering the nooks and crannies of the side streets. The CETO gang trailed behind, but they couldn't keep up for long. We'd worn them out hours ago when they combed the streets searching for us.
You can have him.
It had all come down to JOPHIE and me. And let me tell you, I wasn't about to lose to a man who stank of jasmine and overconfidence.
Last call. All aboard.
Wait for me! Oh, I made it. Thank you, Jesus.
Atticus instantly spotted ATEDOR, moving towards the front of the boat.
He's down at the dock. On a boat.
Not for long.
We soon found ourselves in a foot race against JOPHIE and Micah. The boat began taking motion. The slow speed made ATEDOR crazy.
Move faster! Move faster!
Atticus and I gained the lead and were about to pass the last street when JOPHIE rammed us into the unsuspecting citizens. All I could do was watch as JOPHIE and Micah hopped onto the boat and stole my meal ticket.
Well done.
No! This is far from over, JOPHIE!
Bruised and battered, Atticus and I made our way back to the hotel.
Hurry and grab your shit, Atticus! Our only shot now is to get to the drop zone before them.
ATEDOR didn't know it, but JOPHIE wasn't planning on giving him up to the same clientele. He was giving him to ATEDOR'S cousin, Albion. Albion was more of a snake than a saint. He kept up the appearance of having money, but the sad fact was that he was worse off than me. Once he heard that his cousin had a bounty on his head, Albion suddenly had a solution to all his debt: Father ATEDOR. Albion's instructions stipulated that the captors should meet him at noon in the middle of the town near the fountain. However, Albion's rewards were far less lucrative. Anyone with half a brain would turn ATEDOR over for the higher bounty. But being the Robin Hood that JOPHIE was, the family would take priority over wealth. What an idiot. The one and only advantage we had against JOPHIE was that he'd make a grand entrance, followed by an agonizingly long speech. To him, entrances and exits were the make or break of legends, and he wanted to be the king of legends. Albion sat on the edge of the fountain and gazed at his watch, which read 11:59. Any minute now, JOPHIE and Micah would be arriving. We had 10 minutes before JOPHIE finished his speech. Every second counted.
Sometimes it is better to fill our hearts than our wallets. These values separate God from the devil himself.
Albion looked around, trying to find the source of the voice, but JOPHIE was nowhere in sight.
I'm here today to tell you, Albion, that your cousin, Father ATEDOR, is safe within my care, ready to be reunited with the family who cares for him more than any bounty hunter.
What JOPHIE didn't realize was that Albion couldn't care less about his cousin. He had planned to collect the bounty, skip out on playing JOPHIE, and leave the town. As if I'd ever let that happen. Albion glanced at his watch again. 9 minutes remained before his boat's departure. JOPHIE, Micah, and Father ATEDOR appeared from around the corner. A rope connected Father ATEDOR'S wrist to JOPHIE like a leash on a dog.
Because in the end, who are we to get in the way of family?
JOPHIE's speech was so bad that everyone in earshot clapped in celebration when it was finally over. Albion could hardly control his excitement. He'd sent mice to fight mice, only to have them deliver the cheese to him on a silver platter. His plan had actually worked. That was until Atticus and I took back our cheese. Silently, we sideswiped through JOPHIE and Micah. They didn't hear us coming until it was too late. My knife cut through JOPHIE's ropes like butter as Atticus grabbed ATEDOR'S leash and pulled him away.
We'll be taking that.
Thank you very much.
ATEDOR looked back and saw JOPHIE take out his crossbow, while Micah expanded his spear. Wanting to keep all his blood in his body today, he picked up the pace. About time. I threw down a smoke canister to keep the brothers from getting a clear shot. To my surprise, an arrow sliced through the smoke and headed straight towards us. We dashed round the corner right before impact, just as the arrow stabbed into the wall. We zigzagged our way across town, but JOPHIE and Micah were close behind. Our drop-off was the end of town, waiting inside a church, ironically. We reached the church by the skin of our teeth. Micah reached for ATEDOR as Atticus flung him into the church. He tumbled past me as I slammed the heavy wooden doors shut. As long as ATEDOR stayed in the church, the gypsies couldn't get to him. They'd been banned centuries ago from ever entering.
Hell yeah! We did it!
I wouldn't have expected you to fall for such an obvious trap, Essa.
And what does that mean?
Think about it for a second. Do you even know who you were supposed to collect your bounty from? And to top it off, how does your client even know you were the ones who delivered ATEDOR? Did you ever meet face to face?
I hated to admit it, but the bastard had a point. Father ATEDOR'S lifeless body lay sprawled face down on the floor. The church was empty, just like our wallets. We later found out that an ethics group had accused Father ATEDOR of molesting children and advertised a fake bounty so they could execute him once delivered.
No, please, dear God.
We were the idiots who freely handed him over. Fucking wonderful.
So, I just got a letter in the mail from Albion's lawyer.
What does the cockroach want?
To pay a settlement fee for the loss of life of his brother.
And how much is that, exactly?
Ironically, the same amount as his gambling debts.
The only thing I hated worse than working for free was paying to work for free.